here on the visible layer. On the class website, you're going to go into the engineering class files, and just like our isometrics, we're going to use that same packet. That's going to be the isometrics packet. So the first one we're going to actually do is this one right here, the sled block. So the first thing that you want to do with an isometric drawing, converting it into multi-view, is find your overall length, width, and height. So our length is 5 3/8, our width is 2 1/8, and our height is 1 15/16. And what you're going to want to do is go in your front view. So this side right over here is your front, this is your right side, and then up top is looking down. So in your front view, you want to draw a box that's 5 3/8 by 1 15/16. So we're going to come up, we're going to draw a line. Doesn't matter where you start, but we're going to start drawing our line. If your polar tracking is not turned on, make sure that this icon, the circle right here with the triangle, that icon is turned on. It should be blue. So you're going to move your cursor to the right and type in 5 3/8, hit enter, and you're going to bring your cursor up 1 15/16, hit enter, bring the cursor back to your left, 5 3/8. Make sure your snaps are on. You should notice, if they are, you have that green, you'll connect right there. So this box will represent the front view. Now for our drawing purposes, our gap for the multi-view in between the different views will be 1 inch. I'm just making that up. You can make it whatever you want in the future, but for our purpose it's going to be 1 inch. So to get the top view and the right side view equal, we're going to do an offset. You're going to type in 1 and hit enter, and you're going to select this top line and you're going to offset it up, and then you're going to take the right line and move it over. So now we have our front view, the beginning of our top, and our right side. The only thing we're missing is the width. So if we're looking at our drawing example, our width is 2 1/8. So we're going to use the offset button, 2 1/8, hit enter, select this line that we just created, go up, this line, go to the right, and connect these lines at the end points. So we have 3 separate boxes. And you'll know when you're doing your multi-views if everything is correct if you're inside of these boxes. If you had something outside the box, you may have drawn it incorrectly. So drawing this front view, okay, what we need to do is, using the measurements, maybe we'll go and we'll offset this vertical line to the right 1 3/16. So let's go offset 1 3/16. That'll be our reference point for the top where that angle is going to come down. If you look over here, 11/16, so we'll offset this right side line over 11/16. So use the offset, 11/16. We're going to offset the bottom line up 1 1/8 to get this top line right here, 1 1/8. So hit the offset, 1 1/8. So now this will come up that way. And then lastly, well, 2 more steps. This 1/2 inch right here, we're going to take the line we just made and move it back down 1/2 inch. So this line we just made, we're going to offset it down 1/2 inch. So it's going to come up, over, back, down, and now we need to find this point over here where we can connect the two, which would be 1 9/16. So if we take this line we just created, 1 9/16, offset it to the left, I know it's a lot going on here, but we can then draw a line from this point right here down to this point, and we can start trimming this up to make it look what we need to look. This line can go away, this line can go away, and then we can start trimming. So use the trim button. Let's just do a select all like that. Hit enter to activate. Let's get rid of this part, get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this, and this. This one you just have to click on and delete. So that's our front view. If we use what's called projection lines, now we can get what we need in the right view and in the top view. So if we use the line button, if you notice, if I click here and I go up, it lines up with that one. So we don't need those lines. I do need a line right here. So if I go click a line from this point up, I can get this. If I draw a line from this corner up, and then draw one more from here up, trim those lines. That's what my top view is going to look like if you were standing here looking down at it. Next, we just need to finish the right side view. So if you do the line button, you notice the top line's already there, the bottom line's already there, but you're going to need a line from here to here, from here to here. Those are the two that are missing. This line right here, though, is a hidden line because we're standing on the right looking over. It's there, but it's behind this. So this line right here, if you click, go to your layer type, change it to hidden, trim it, trim from this line. That's what your right side view will look like. So this is all you're going to see, okay, in your multi-view. The last thing that you want to do is, just like all our other drawings, you want to go to Layout tab, click on your viewport, unlock your viewport, change the Model Paper Space tab back to Model. You'll notice the viewport becomes bold. Double click your middle mouse wheel, it brings it in. Scale to fit, change the scale 1:1. Change your Model to Paper Space tab back to paper. Click on your viewport, lock it back up, and if you want, you can label each view. So you're just using this text button, we'll draw a text box, and in all caps we will type in top view for that view, front view for that, and side view. Just so you know which view is which, kind of like that. Okay? Make sure that you save your work and move on to the next.